What's up, YouTube? Don here, and welcome back to another episode with Eastern CT Vaper. Today's episode is another review, and today's review is on this well-known, much sought-after device called the Noisy Cricket by Wismec and JayBo. Okay, this device is much sought after for the fact that it's made of aluminum alloy. It's extremely lightweight. If there's no batteries or anything or no RDA on this, I would almost think it was made of plastic. Like if I was in a blind field and picked it up, I would probably say plastic. It's so lightweight, but yet durable. Once you put your batteries in an RDA, it's got some substance to it now. It doesn't feel plasticky like it would break so easy. And even with that feeling, it's still durable as all hell. Okay. Also, a big pro with this thing is it is a series mod, so you get a bit more power. We'll get more into that though when we get down to the table. I want to save all that for the up close so you guys can see exactly what I mean and what I'm talking about. So why don't we hit the table? I'm going to show you guys the packaging, what comes and actually what doesn't come in the packaging. I'm going to show you the mod, show you it taking apart, all the pieces that make up the Noisy Cricket. Alright, I'm then going to show you guys how it is that your batteries need to go in this to make this said series setup and make sure that you guys do it properly so nobody gets hurt. Alright, and then to end it off, I'm going to use my indestructible RDA with a series build. We're going to put it on this Noisy Cricket. We're going to see how it vapes, go over some pros and cons, and finish off with some final thoughts. So why don't we hit the table, guys? Here we are at the table with the Noisy Cricket mod. It is a series box mod. Okay. First, we take off is our firing button. It is located at the top, not at the bottom. Nice insulation ring on it. See when we fire our fire button. It raises that, makes connection with the battery. Aside from that, you can see pretty well the battery rests on this insulation, and that piece is recessed. So we would then press our firing button, it would make the connection, and therefore fire the mod. Pretty basic and simple. Threads on the top, you use a coin or a screwdriver to snug it up. Next, we have our hybrid style top cap. Oops. Same thing, has this little insulation ring on it, so that way the battery can rest against it without making any connection. As you can see how a hybrid top cap works, you would screw it onto your mod, and you would screw it onto your RDA, and inside the mod would be your battery. This sits right there on top of the battery. So your RDA makes the connection to the 18650 battery. There is no 510 pin in between. This doesn't touch a pin that's connected to this and this whole mechanism in between. It is direct contact, so you get the best conductivity when you use a hybrid style, but they can be dangerous, and the reason why everybody says you need the protruding 510 pin, because you see how that's sticking out there. If that 510 wasn't sticking out, when this battery here makes the connection, it can short out by touching the metal of the RDA. You want it to only be able to touch the 510 pin. If that 510 is not sticking out, you're going to short out and have a hard short when you touch the battery to the rest of the RDA. So this particular RDA I just got done reviewing, it is the Indestructible by Wismec and JayBo. This was built for the Noisy Cricket, so this is the perfect RDA to show you with this review. Okay, we're going to leave that sitting on there for now. Next, what we'll go over, you can see this is where our batteries go. It does not matter if you put, positive up, negative down, positive up. It does not matter what battery goes where as long as you put them in series. You cannot put positive up and positive up, negative up, negative up. They have to be in a series format. There is no reverse battery protection, so it is important that you make the right connection with your batteries and install them correctly, or else you will short. get into this real quickly for you guys, show you what's inside the bottom here where the connections get made. You can see this fits right in here, and what that does is one battery goes and drops in, touches this piece here, and then the other battery gets dropped in on the other side and sits here. So this connects our positive to our negative for the series circuit, okay? So this side, like I said, could be positive down, and your button's going to be up here at the top, so you're going to push your button and complete the circuit. This positive is going to be here with this metal strip. Okay, your negative will be on this side, and from this battery, your RDA will be up here. That's the piece that's inside of the Noisy Cricket to complete the circuit. And you can see our little bottom plate here. This is all made of aluminum, so it is super duper lightweight. It almost feels like it's like a plastic little child's toy. It's just so lightweight. Okay, why don't I throw a couple of batteries in here and show you how this mod works, okay? Like I stated, we're going to take our first battery. Heck, we're going to put the negative down on this side. Whichever negative is sticking up, that's where your switch goes. Like I stated, one battery is going to go positive up, one's going to go negative up. You can see they seesaw. That's that piece at the bottom. Okay? Because they could be sitting, you know, just like this. And then you press your fire button, and it's going to push that up and complete the circuit, make the connection. Okay? Whatever negative is up, that's where your switch is going to go. Okay? Your positive always goes to the RDA. Your RDA makes the connection to the positive part of the battery. So rule of thumb, whatever negative is up, that's where your switch is going to go. Okay? You can even use a little coin and snug it down. You don't want to go too crazy. Next, I'm going to take my indestructible RDA. Again, these were built for each other, so you can see how 510 sticks out quite nice. We're going to screw that on to the other side, to the positive side. And then when we hit our fire button, it fires. Now there's one rule of thumb though. When you have a series mod, you can see in here my coils are a little bit dark. But on there, that's like a 15 wrap, I believe. It's been a little while since I wrapped it, but the recommended resistance when you build on this, you need to check your ohms before firing on here. Recommended is 0.25 to 0.5 ohms. I usually like to go for around 0.45 to 0.5 ohms. You want to have a higher ohm build on here because your voltage goes up. You're not at your normal 3.8 volt. With the higher voltage, it's going to have more power. So you need to put a higher ohm build for, you know, so all that power has somewhere to go. Okay. So I think you guys have seen basically all the mod is capable of, what it does, how it goes together, how the batteries are configured, why they are configured that way, and I've given you a general idea of how this mod works, how the series works, how a hybrid top cap works. I've also explained how a series build needs to work. Okay, so I think that it is safe to say we have fully gone over this mod. And I think it's time that we head back to FaceTime for a final vape and a couple final thoughts. Alright guys, welcome back to FaceTime. Now that we've gone through all of that, I know the question is, how does it vape? Okay, again, it's a series mod, so let's see how it vapes. And a good thing with the series mod is that the power that's behind it, you don't need to take an 8-second pull to get a nice, dense, decent cloud. I mean, just for example, let me show you a 1 to 2 second pull here. the power's there and it's there quick. There's no ramp up and slowly building to it. You hit that button and it's there. So that is one thing why people are falling in love with this device. On that note, why don't we go over some pros and some cons for this device, starting with some pros. Okay, it's made of aluminum alloy. It is super lightweight, but yet super durable. Okay, it's almost as light as a feather. I don't want to go that far, but I stated it in the opening. I would pick this up and almost think it was made of plastic if it was, totally bare, no batteries in it. So, and then again, it's super durable. Add batteries, and it's got a little bit of substance to it now. It feels, like a normal, nice, lightweight device. Fits very nicely in the palm. Very, very comfortable. And I like, how the button is. You could just be sitting like this and just throw a finger up, or even this way, and just where your thumb is. Okay, it was made nice. It fits nice in the hand. It's comfortable. Big pro. Also, the fact that this is a hybrid top cap model, this is going to kind of play between some pros and some cons all at the same time. Now, I stated it that it is a hybrid top cap, so there is no, top cap really, or like with a 510 pin. It's direct contact from your 510 on your RDA straight to the battery. So that's why you must have a well protruding 510 pin. Now some people can get it confused and say, oh, it's protruding, I think that's enough, but it might not be. And if the top cap on your battery gets a little dent in it, your battery top can then touch the metal on your RDA, therefore causing a short, and your battery can then potentially vent. Now this is where I'm going into a nice pro with this device, is that say if somebody happens to make that mistake, they've made some nice vent holes here at the bottom. So if you do happen to have a shorting issue, you're not carrying a ticking time bomb where the thing's ready to explode. It can vent at least for that little bit of extra help. So that there's a pro. And the final pro I'm really seeing for this is it's very simple. There's no gizmos, bells and whistles and gadgets. There's no screen. There's no circuit board in it. It's just top cap, button. Simple. Without take the top cap and the button off of it, it's just a casing. You might as well call this a battery case at that point because there's nothing. But then you add your hybrid top cap and your RDA and then the button, and the thing is a fucking beast. So simple, but yet so powerful. Big pro. Now for some cons. Far and few, but need to be mentioned. The edges are a little bit sharp. Not a huge pro. I don't really think it would cut you, but holding it, if I hit an edge, it's uncomfortable. So they could have rounded just a little bit, maybe even like a polishing would have just taken that little bit of the edge off, so it wasn't quite so sharp. Another big con I found for this is, you see a 22 millimeter device, it fits well. There's no gapping. It's nice and rounded, fits very nicely. But if you have, say, a 25 millimeter device, you can't put it on there because it's going to hit your button. There's no space in between here. So if you want, you couldn't put anything but a 22 millimeter device on here because your button would get in the way. So that, unfortunately, in my opinion, is a con. And I want to end off, I don't really want to call it a con. I want to call it, say, a nitpick. This hybrid top cap setup, it is very, very nice for the fact that it's direct contact from your battery to your RDA. There's nothing in between that's going to give you voltage drop or power loss. It is the ultimate connection for the greatest power. But there is still a lot of confusion on what's enough for your protruding 510 pin on your RDA. So there's been a lot of accidents. So therefore, I don't want to call it a con because it actually is a pro, that you get that ultimate connection from your battery to your RDA. That's a pro. But a nitpicky con type of thing is that people have confusion on what it is, and people are unfortunately getting hurt. I wish that there was a safer way to make these hybrid top cap setups, not direct contact, which, I mean, the only way to make it safe is, like this Indestructible was made for this. If you can see it on here, there's there's a peak insulator around the 510. So that's an extra protection in a sense. Okay. Not all RDAs have that. So sometimes it's like taking a gamble. Some of them are marketed to fit for hybrids and whatnot and so forth, but sometimes people make that mistake and get hurt. So there's the nitpick on that. But aside from that, guys, I think that wraps it up for the pros and cons portion of this review. Before we do wrap this up, though, I want to throw a price point at you guys, okay? Now, this device, so simple but yet so powerful, is yet still so cheap. It is very, very affordable, okay? It's usually marketed around $25, give or take, okay? Very good price for what it's capable of and the power that it can produce. Fantastic price, okay? I found this for you guys at a website known as vapenw.com. The link will be in the description, okay? It's $19.99. $20. Great price. And they have color options. They have, as you see, the silver stainless steel. They have a brown one, a blue one, red, gray, and black. So now there's color options. If I'm not mistaken, when these first started, it was just this, brushed silver stainless steel and black. And that's what started the Noisy Cricket. But now they have color options, which that then falls into another pro for this device. So vapenw.com, $20. Link will be in the description below. And that, guys, I think is going to wrap it up for this review. All right. I hope that I was a big help in delivering any knowledge needed for this device if you are curious on anything of it. Okay. I hope that if you were interested in getting this, I hope that I was able to give you info that was needed to make the decision whether you do or don't want to buy this. At that, let me know what you thought of this video. Down in the comments section below, throw me a couple lines or just hit that like or dislike button. Let me know what you thought. While you're down there, guys, hit that subscribe button. Plenty of videos, future, past, and present. Tons of past, tons to come. Don't miss out. Also, be sure to check out CASAD.org, NotBlowingSmoke.org, and thevapingmilitia.org. Be sure to check out all of their calls to action, and don't forget to sign up to fight for your vaping rights. Also, you can find me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All those.com/EasternCTVaper. And I finally have a website, www.easternctvapor.weebly.com. Link will be in the description. Please remember, it is a starting website. Just getting started, starting to design it. My wife is doing most of the work for me, so it's not a finished product yet. But check it out. Let me know what you think. And that is going to wrap it up for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you guys next time for Eastern CT Vapor. This is the Noisy Cricket Series Mechanical Mod. And this is Don. And always remember, guys, to vape on.